Very good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so the topic today is business and profession. Okay, we're discussing the business and profession. New head of income. We already saw salaries. We already saw house property. Now we're dealing with income from business and profession. Right. So pretty straightforward. The business of the income from business and profession, when we are discussing, please remember that how do we compute this income, right? How do we compute this income? So identify the business incomes, okay? Then reduce the income with deductions allowed. Let us understand that, for example, if you are running a business, okay, for example, take the Accounting Minds Institute only, okay. The institute runs, and the money we receive from the students is our income. Now, what are our expenses? Can you list some expenses? Can you guys list some expenses?
Rent, electricity,
some more.
faculty fees,
Some more. Yeah. You go ahead. Any other expense? Any other expense? But you can't think of any other expense? What, guys? Respond. Hello. Can you think of any other expense? I'm running an institute. Can you think of an expense? Rent, electricity are told. What else? Faculty charges told. That's all. Only 3 expenses.
stationery,
Stationery. Continue.
Depreciation expenses.
Very nice. I was looking for this. Who said that?
Nitya, sir.
Nitya, which expense did you say?
Depreciation, sir.
Okay, tell me how much to charge depreciation. I am a projector. or I have this webcam. How much depreciation should I charge?
Sir, we have a rates, no, sir, according to IT.
Right. So well nicely said. So the income tax specifically tells how much depreciation to charge on what item. Like what Nitya says, a rate. That is called reduced deductions specifically allowed. How much ever they are saying, that much as per the guidelines given by Income Tax Act, we should follow that. Sir, I will charge straight line depreciation. I will charge 25% depreciation. No, it's not acceptable. Guys, you understand? For income tax purposes, specifically as per the law, we will deduct the expense. That is deductions specifically allowed. Make sense? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then the next one is general deductions. General deductions means what the others Nitya said. Okay, like faculty charges, okay, rent expenses or some other expenses which are very generic. They are related to my business, so I claim this as expenses. These are general deduction. The law does not say, is it an expense? You decide. If it is an expense, you can allow it as deduction. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So water expenses, drinking water expenses for my institute, you can deduct it. The law does not tell how much to deduct, how much amount, what percentage and all, it does not tell. You just deduct that. That is general deduction. Agree? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then reduce losses of revenue nature. Okay, some losses also can be reduced as expenses. Some small losses may happen, like some books may be stolen, maybe there is a staff who has manipulated some money and did some fraud, small fraud. Those are revenue expenses, those are revenue losses. These losses happen. Okay, these losses also can be deducted. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Then add deductions specifically disallowed. There are some expenses which are not allowed. Okay, if they are not allowed, they must be add back to the income. Okay, some have been disallowed. It's not, you're not allowed to deduct this amount, so that amount has to be added back. Okay, for example, they have set a limit saying that you have to make payments to faculty only in check, or online payments have to be made. If we pay by cash beyond certain limit, that will be disallowed. Are you getting it? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
For example, generally in accounting, we see, okay, some expenses are allowed, but there are some expenses which are specifically disallowed. For example, if I have to pay some bank interest, okay, bank interest is allowable as deduction, right? We follow accrual accounting system, right? We follow accrual accounting system. Even if I pay the interest or not, I can show that as an expense. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Accrual means it is due. It is due, so it is an expense, even if you have not paid it. But income tax says that you did not pay the interest, so you can't claim the deduction. Are you getting it? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These are expenses which are specifically disallowed. These must be added. Okay. Then there are certain deemed incomes. If there is any deemed income, that also must be considered. Okay. Which you are not basically calculating, but you are deeming it to be an income. We will discuss this. Okay. Under these categories, the entire chapter will be covered. Okay. Now identification of income, we will come. Okay, how to identify income? Let us, since we know business income, what is the nature of business income, what is business and profession, we know. So we will start from identifying the business incomes. We will do it as we continue with the classes. We'll start with specific deductions. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here, when we start with specific deductions, okay, section 29 says that you can deduct expenses which are specifically given from section 30 to 43. Okay, these are the uh, deductions which are allowed. Okay, let us see that. Now, rent, rates, taxes, repairs can be deducted. That's what section 30 says. Not a big deal. Similarly, repairs, insurance for plant and machinery and furniture, section 31. These are some of the expenses which are specifically being allowed as expenses. Okay. The next comes is depreciation. We will discuss today's class, almost the entire class today, we will discuss depreciation only, which is section 32. Very, very important. In business and profession, whenever they ask, there will be some reference to this topic, either in the long question or in the small bit points or somewhere. Depreciation will be definitely be touched. It is a very critical section and important section, and also a bit tricky. So stay tuned, try to understand. Okay, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. Depreciation. The conditions for claiming depreciation. What are the conditions for claiming depreciation? Okay, the conditions are: asset must be owned by assessee. Accounting minds wants to claim depreciation on the laptop, on this webcam and all. Yes, we can claim, provided accounting minds owns this. If we are not the owner, we can't claim. For example, I brought it for rent. I can't claim depreciation on this. Rent expense I can claim, but not the depreciation part. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Next. Can be claimed on financially leased also. If you are financially leased, that means what? In a hire purchase and all, you might have seen leased, you have leased it. Okay, financial lease. At the end of the financial lease, I have an option to take back the assets. I can own the assets. By paying a small amount, I can take the asset. In such cases, I can still claim. Even on hire purchase assets also, I can claim depreciation. Next, it must be used for business purpose, right? I own it. I have a car also. Can I claim depreciation of that car for accounting means? If I use that car for business purpose, then I can claim. Otherwise, I can't claim. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far? Any questions? No, right? Right. What if partly used for business and partly personally used? Then proportionately you can use. You can claim. For example, let's assume this is a 4-bedroom house and or 4 rooms house. This is, and one room I'm using for taking classes. So whatever rent I pay for this building, okay, this house, in that one room I use for class, so 1/4 I can claim as depreciation for business and purposes. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, residential quarters. Residential quarters are also used for business purposes. For example, you take your HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They have a huge factory and they have built houses and they have given houses to their employees. So can we say these houses are used for business purpose? Yes, they are used for business purpose. Who are staying? The employees are staying for personal purposes. They are staying. but still you can claim depreciation on residential quarters of the company, the buildings companies. The company may have guest houses. Okay, so they are you can claim depreciation on all those. They are as good as used for business. Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now the next important part is that it should be used in the relevant previous year. It is relevant previous year what it is used. I will give you an example. Okay, let's assume I let's assume in 2020 March, in 2020 March, I ordered an Epson printer for the institute. Guys, you're listening?
Yes, sir.
Right. The printer cost is 30,000 rupees. Now, the printer was delivered on 20th of March. Right? Now, the printer was purchased in year 2019-20. It is purchased. Do you agree? When was this printer purchased? In the year, in previous year?
1920.
1920. Make sense? Yeah. But from March onwards, the lockdown continued. Correct? There's a lockdown. Yes, neither the printer was installed or even the box was also not open. Not even a single page has been printed. It is just lying in the office, a packet is there. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So now in October when we open the institute, maybe we will start using it. That means when we are using in year 2021, we are using it in previous year. Make sense? Guys, getting
Yes,
it?
sir.
Since we did not use, it was not put to use. The word used in the textbook is put to use. Since it is not put to use in 1920, you cannot claim depreciation in 1920. It will be claimed. Depreciation can be claimed only in 20. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
What was Mida? Right? Mida, make sense?
But we purchased it on 1920, no, sir.
That's the whole point I'm saying. You also realize, I also realize. You purchased in 1920 only, but we will claim depreciation in 2021 only because we did not use, not used in 1920. So can't claim depreciation. Agree? Yes or not?
Sir,
That's
sir, but if it is ready to use,
it's not ready to use.
like if it is all plugged in and everything is done, and
Then
then
it
the
is
not
then it is allowed. If it is installed, the drivers are installed, it is connected, a test print has been taken, it's working fine, then it is allowed. Getting it? Yeah. Now, sir, you may say, sir, why you have to tell that it is not installed, sir? Okay, so I'm not talking about that. Okay, I'm talking about legally what is correct. Yes, for a printer, you're right. A little bit of manipulation is possible. Okay, I can show it as if I have installed it. Nobody is going to come and check. But what if it is a heavy machinery? A machinery worth 5 crores, 6 crores. Engineers will have to come and install it. Okay, they will track the work order when it is installed and all. In that case, you cannot claim. Getting it? Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? It will not work. Okay, the moment you claim depreciation, let's say instead of printer, it is 100 crore rupees machine. Okay, so I will say I have in March in 1920 I used. They will ask for report. Where is the installation report? You will say, sir, March 26th I have installed it, sir. They will say, wait a second, it was a lockdown. How could you install? Did you get the permission? Are you getting it? So it's not possible. You have to strictly follow the law, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's how it works. Now, the tricky part comes here. What is that? It should be used in the relevant previous year, but issue here is that if acquired in the previous year and put to use less than 180 days, then you can get 50% depreciation can be claimed in that year. So read it carefully. Maybe I will ask Naveen to read it. Read it, Naveen. Naveen, you there?
सर थोड़ा घर का साउंड आगे चलेगा.
चलेगा ना? Read.
Would be used during the relevant previous year if acquired during the previous year and put to use for less than 180 days. Qualified for 50% depreciation in that year.
Right. Let us understand this part. Okay. Let us understand this small part. Let us assume the same 30,000 machine. Okay. When was it purchased? When was it purchased? March 2020 it is purchased. Right, guys? When was it put to use? When was it put to use? Guys, when was it put to use?
October 2021.
What if it was put to use on 20th March itself? In 20th March 2020 only, it is put to use.
Then 100% depreciation.
Then 30,000 rupees machine, assume that the depreciation rate is 15%, then how much can you claim depreciation for the year, for the previous year? 1920. For the previous year 1920, how much depreciation can you claim?
50% of it, sir.
So 15,000, is it?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, come again. Can you tell me the amount?
15,000%, sir. Or
Sorry,
15%, sir.
I'm not getting your voice.
So if it is put in use on 20th March 2020,
Hmm.
then it's less than 6 months. For the previous year 1920, so we can only take 50% of the depreciation, sir. We can only claim 50% of the depreciation.
Can you calculate the amount and tell me?
2,250, sir.
How did you get that?
30,000 into 15% divided by 2.
Divided by. Now you said something like, sir, it is used for less than 6 months. Please don't say 6 months. I want technically that is wrong. Logically that is correct. Technically that is wrong. 180 days. Make sense? So how much is that? 30,000 into 15% divided by 2. How much is that? 225, is it? 2250. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now 2250 is what can be claimed as depreciation for this previous year 19 and 20. Now Urmila will ask, sir, we used only for 10 days, sir, 11 days only we used. In this entire 1920, we used only for 9 days. But still, you can claim half of the year's depreciation. That is the law. That is why we call it as a specific deduction. Is that understood? Is it understood? Urmila? What I mean?
Sir,
Aisha?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm trying to figure out. I joined late actually.
We're just talking about depreciation. There's nothing great deal. We're just talking about depreciation on assets.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. So what about you, Sanjana? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good? Right. Now let's talk about this. So 50% of the depreciation can be claimed in that particular year. Okay, it's not 50% rate, it is 50% of the applicable rate. Be very careful. Is allowed on tangible and intangible assets also. So depreciation can be charged on tangible and intangible assets also. Tangible assets are what? What are tangible assets?
Fixed assets, sir.
Oh, intangible assets are not fixed assets.
Yeah, they are also fixed. Tangible assets, buildings, land,
Intangible assets,
goodwill, copyright.
right? Okay, those we can't feel and touch.
Yeah.
Okay, intangible. Tangible, which we can touch. Intangible, which are not touched. Goodwill of accounting minds. You can't touch it. It is something experienced, right? So that's how it works. So these assets, tangible assets and intangible assets. So for claiming depreciation, assets are divided into how many categories? Assets are categorized into how many? Again?
Tangible and intangible.
Tangible and intangible. Assets, assets for the purpose of claiming depreciation. There are assets are two types. What are those? Tangible and
Intangible.
intangible. These tangible assets are further divided into what? Buildings, plant and machinery, and furniture and plant and machinery. Is following it? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So keep this in mind. So how are these categorized? Building, plant and machinery, furniture and intangible assets. What are intangible assets? All grouped together. How? Know-how, patents, copyrights, trademarks, land, licenses, franchises, etc. Like Aisha has told us. Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
First three are tangible and the last one is intangible. Okay? Done. What are the computation rules? When it comes to computation, depreciation is allowed on block of assets. Now, what is this block of assets? Let us see. For example, intangible assets, there are three categories. What are the three categories?
Building, plant and machinery, furniture.
Buildings, plant and machinery, and furniture.
Furniture.
Now, can you give me some examples of furniture? First, let's talk about accounting minds only. Our institute, okay? Our institute, let us say this building, okay? This building is building, okay? So I can claim depreciation. It's a tangible asset, building, correct? What about furniture? Furniture is this desk, the chair I'm sitting. Agree? Yes or not? Give me 1 second. I'll just put the charger. Yeah. So what is that? The building you see here, right? We have a building in Bengaluru. We have a building here in Visakhapatnam. So these are our buildings on which we claim depreciation, right? Now, what about furniture? The desks in our classroom, this reception table, the chairs, the whiteboards, and all are furniture for us. The library racks and all are furniture, right? Now, for accounting minds, what is plant and machinery? Do we have plant and machinery? What, Urmila?
I like projector.
Absolutely, too good. Projector, the laptops, the webcam, the mics.
Yes.
These are all
Machinery.
machinery, plant and machinery. Even the phone that we use, the telephone that we use, the mobile phones, office mobile phone that we use, that is also considered as what?
And the
Plant and machinery. Make sense? So, for example, okay, I will ask you one. If a company has cars, where will you categorize that? Where will you categorize that? Yes, guys. If Infosys company has cars, okay, it is giving cars to its employees, director level, vice president and above. The company gives a car. So where is that car comes? Is it considered as buildings? Respond, people.
Maybe sir, that is other assets that comes because
Already categories are over. Tangible assets, building, furniture, plant and machinery. That's all.
so it comes under plant and machinery, sir.
Absolutely, Urmila. It has to come under plant and machinery only. Make sense? Now, the question here is that there are two companies, let us say, Infosys, and the other is Meru Caps. Okay, Infosys also owns cars, and Meru Caps also owns cars. The depreciation that happens to the Infosys cars and the depreciation that happens for Meru Caps, is it going to be the same? Here, the cars are used for employees going office and coming, and here the cars are used for hire purchase. Are you getting it? Yes or no? This is used for taxi purposes. So you think the cars Infosys uses same depreciation and the Meru Cabs use cars same depreciation? Is it going to be like that? No. So, my dear friends, though both the cars come under plant and machinery, though both the cars come under plant and machinery, the depreciation rate is going to be different. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Right? The depreciation charge for hire purchase cars are different, and for this is different. So plant and machinery is divided into different blocks. Cars used for regular business, cars used for hire purchase, for taxi purposes. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Right? For commercial and other purposes when we use cars. Okay, this has to be distinguished. The rate of depreciation you apply to cars, you can't apply to computers. The computers must be depreciated separately. Agree? A car can work for 20 years also sometimes. At least 15 years it will happily run. Yes, but to the computer, the life is maximum 4 to 5 years. 5 years if the computer is working means it's a too good one. It doesn't mean that it will not work, but it will be of no use because a latest model would have come. Okay, the old model is of less use for us. Guys, getting it?
Yes, sir.
So computers also come under plant and machinery. We have to create a separate category for that. So plant and machinery further divided into something called block of assets. We call it block of assets. So for each block, a separate rate has been given. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right? So the all similarly related to buildings. Okay? Buildings also. A company's guest house is there. How its depreciation will be? Okay? If a company has a building and it is given for employees to stay there, how much it will be how much will be the depreciation? If a hotel is there and the hotel is running, the building is run as a boarding house, then how much will be the depreciation? Naturally the depreciation will be more in case of hotels and boarding houses. Correct or not? Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
So separate blocks with separate rates have been identified. Right, guys? So let's understand that what that is. Depreciation is allowed on block of assets. Okay, I think I will ask Urmila to read it out. Urmila, read it out.
Depreciation is allowed on block of assets. Group 1 of assets falling within a class of assets. A rate of depreciation is being prescribed for each block.
So for each block, they have specified a specific rate. Okay, so in your textbooks they would have given, okay, right now we are saying 13 blocks. Okay, that number has less relevance, but there are blocks which have been prescribed. Okay, and as per the prescription the rates are given. Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is the method of depreciation?
Some value.
Right. So you can't follow, there are other methods of depreciation. Can you tell me any other method of depreciation?
Rate line.
Fixed assets method, sir. Evaluation method.
Revaluation method. What is the other one?
Annuity method.
Annuity method. Yes, there are other methods. So we don't use those methods in income tax. What do you use?
Written down value.
Written down value method only we have to use. Okay. Straight line method also can be used, but that is only for power generating units like your BESCOM and all there. No, for them straight line method. They are also into business. They can also claim depreciation. For them, straight line method is allowed as an option. Getting it? Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, let me quickly go take you through the block of assets. Since I spoke about block of assets, so the block of assets I will these are the block of assets. Okay, there are many blocks given here. Okay, you see buildings. In buildings, they have suggested almost 4 blocks, but basically 3 rates. Normal residential buildings 5%, buildings used for boarding houses and for hotels and all 3%. Temporary constructions, sometimes temporary, when a big apartment is being built, small for the watchman, for the security guards, they will build some small houses. Okay, temporary houses. They can be claimed. Wooden structures, temporary erections, 40%. Okay, water treatment plants. Okay, they are also considered buildings. Okay, because it is made of wood, if not wood, cement, concrete, and also that also can be considered as buildings, 40%. Furniture, only 1 block, all furniture and electrical fittings 10%. Now machinery, motor cars and all 30%. If they are used for hire purpose, that means taxi purposes and commercial purposes, if they are used, then it is 30%. Okay, if they are for employees, generally for other business purposes, okay, then it is 15%. Aeroplanes, sir, my company is AirAsia, I have aircrafts. You can claim how much? 40% on your aircraft you can claim as depreciation. Guys, getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So like this, they have given some rates. Okay, even sometimes even on books also you can claim depreciation, right? And ships and vessels 20%. Generally, if the question is silent, okay, it is not necessary for you to memorize all this. It's not required. If there is any amendment they will ask, then generally the rate which is standard is 15% rate. Okay, for example, my webcam, flat 15% I can claim depreciation. Yes, getting it? My laptop, how much I can claim depreciation?
15%.
40%. Computers, including computer software, 40%.
Yeah, 40%.
So have a little bit glance you have and identify which are which are specific. Okay, like computers, you can have a look at it. Motor cars, you can have a look at. Okay, these are typical ones where a little bit change may happen. Now intangible assets are at 25%. These are the rates specified under Income Tax Act. Right, guys? Okay, keep this handy. Today I'm going to send you the note. Keep this handy. Okay, go through it. Okay, next. Now, computation rules we have discussed. How to compute, right? How to compute, let us understand this. Counting. Give me a second, guys. So I am discussing the depreciation. You guys please help me. Okay. I want to make it very clear here. Let's assume a plant and machinery is purchased for 100 lakhs. Okay. Date of purchase is 1/7/2019. Okay. The rate is 15%. Second plant and machinery is purchased for 50 lakhs. Date of purchase is 1/9/2019. Rate is equal to 15%. Can you tell me the depreciation, how much it is? How much can be claimed as depreciation? Yes, please. You guys are working it out?
Sir, for first machinery, it's 11,25,000, sir.
11 lakh?
25,000.
Okay. Others?
Yes, sir. 11,25,000.
Urmila? What Naveen?
Sir, 7,50,000.
How?
Sir, it's used for 6 months, na sir. 15% into 6 divided by 12.
Used for 6 months, sir. Where is 6 months coming from? Na?
Oh, 1 second.
Where is 6 months coming from?
Sir, for second machinery, it's 4,37,000.
Oh, 1 second, sir. It's mistakes.
Yeah, Aisha?
Sir, for second machinery, it's 4,37,500, sir.
Okay. That's Nitya. Manisha?
4,37,500, sir, for second missionary.
Okay, so for the first machine, 11 lakh.
25,000.
And the second machinery?
4,37,500.
Okay. Can you tell me the WDV? Okay, on 31/3/2020 of both the machines. Both the machines.
Sir, for second machinery, WDV is for 45,62,500.
Together.
Okay, sir.
Anybody not getting this number? Please ask. Naveen, you are not getting this number? You are not getting this number? Anybody not getting this number? Please ask. Urmila, you got this number?
So,
Yes. So what is the WDV? Written down value.
88,75,000, sir. First machine.
80 lakhs,
88 lakh.
25,000, 75,000.
75,000.
Plus this one,
Which one, sir?
second one.
Second one, sir.
45 lakhs.
Sorry.
For second machinery, 45 lakhs 62,500, sir.
Right. Agree. So total? Total? Total how much? Not Nitya. Nitya, total.
Yes, sir. 13.
134 lakh
One-
75.
1,343,700, sir.
43 lakh 7,000.
I am not actually. I did not get your voice, so I'll do it myself. Is this correct? Is this correct?
Not visible, sir.
Is this correct?
No, sir.
88 lakh 75,000 plus
88 lakh 75,000 plus
45 lakh 62,500.
500. It's 13 crore 43 lakh 7,500, sir.
13 crores
43 lakh
33 lakhs or 40.
Sir, 1 crore 34 lakhs 37,500.
Yes, sir. 1 crore. Yes.
I am getting some voice disturbance. Okay. Okay, any one of you tell. Tell me, Nitya.
Sir, it's 1.
No, wait a second. I'm getting voice disturbance. Just hold on. Nitya, try one more time.
Sir, it's 1.
1.
1,343,700, sir.
All of you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Very good. Right. This is what we know. All of you know this. Okay. But taxation does not work like that. Taxation says like this. Okay. What does it say? Purchase. How much is the purchase value? 100 lakhs. This is the first purchase. What is the second purchase value?
Not audible, sir.
What is the second purchase value? 50 lakhs. Total 150 lakhs. On that depreciation at 15%. How much is that? How much is that?
22 lakh 50,000.
22 lakh 50,000. 22.5 lakh. So WDV in 31/3/2020 is equal to how much?
One
1
crore.
lakh.
1 crore, sir.
127.5 lakhs. Agree? Guys, you're getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This may not sound logical for you, but this is how the law says. This is the law. You have to follow. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Here you gave depreciation for 9 months. Here you gave depreciation for how many months? Not 9, 7 months. Correct? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Right? But that doesn't work here. Why? Because the both the plant and machineries are used for more than 180 days. So you get full depreciation for the whole year. That is how taxation works. Make sense? That's understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for 2020 21 previous year, how will be the depreciation calculated? How it will be calculated? Opening WDV 127.5 lakhs. Were there any purchases? If there are any purchases, you add. Let us assume in that year also, in this year, there were around 50 lakhs purchased. So plus purchases. Are you getting it? Are you following it? Minus any sales. Did you make any sale of the sales means not your regular sale, sale of any plant and machinery. Second hand, if you have sold any of your old assets, just minus it. Let us assume this one which we purchased last year for 50 lakhs, we sold it for 30 lakhs. Just minus 30 lakhs. Are you getting it? Right? So what is the value now? What's the value?
And 1 crore 47 lakh 50,000.
Right. On this, you can charge the depreciation at 15%. Okay. Urmila may say, sir, this is not correct, sir, but this is the law, sir. This is the law, madam. Getting it, you have to follow this. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Right? So if you apply this in your accounting paper will go for a toss. If you apply this in taxation, your taxation will go for a toss. So be very specific, understand very clearly. Don't apply this rule here and don't apply this rule here. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Aisha, any questions?
Yes, I got it.
Naveen, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Urmila, okay. Right. So now let us read the theory. Okay. How is it computed? Okay. I will ask whom? I'll ask Manisha to read it. Manisha.
How to compute? Step 1. Find out the depreciated value of block as on 1st April of the relevant previous year. That is
That's
opening WDV of the block of 1st April.
right. So that means what? This is what I'm talking about. What is the opening WDV? That you have to consider. Okay. Next.
Step 2. Add the actual cost of assets acquired during the previous year to this value. That is the cost of new assets.
Right. If you have purchased any new assets during that previous year, you simply add it to the block. Following it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Step 3. From the resultant figure, deduct money received or receivable along with the scrap value realized, if any, in respect of assets sold or demolished or destroyed. That is sale value of discarded assets.
So what do you do if you have sending out any assets, discarding, scrapping it or selling it, second hand sale or anything, whatever amount you receive you are about to receive, that can be deducted from the value of the asset. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Step 4. The relevant rate of depreciation should be applied to the resultant figure. That is step 1 plus step 2 plus step 3, minus step 3 to calculate the normal depreciation allowance.
Right. So step 1 plus step 2 minus step 3, whatever you get, on that you calculate normal depreciation. But remember, you will apply the rate of depreciation depending upon whether the asset is used for more than 180 days or less. 180 days or more. If it is, then full rate of depreciation. Less than 180 days, then
50% rate of depreciation.
50% of the rate. Getting it? A little bit confused? Don't worry, solve this problem, you will be able to clear it. You will be able to understand. Go ahead, calculate the depreciation. Answer this.
First should be 75,000.
The answer is 75,000 is what Aisha says.
So
Okay.
you want a different answer, or is this one question only?
This is one question. There's one question, that's all. There's an opening WDV.
Question is
Yeah. And then some.
There are no question. There are no two questions. Only one question.
Okay.
Opening WDV and purchases during the year. The WDV is opening WDV.
Yeah.
Janitya, someone Urmila was saying something.
yeah, sir. I'll say the both, sir.
No, not both. This is only one.
No, means the depreciation and the opening WTV.
No, I did not get it. Sorry.
Sir, I was saying only depreciation. You asked even the opening balance, no, sir.
Opening balance is already given 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs is opening.
After giving depreciation.
So first you tell me the depreciation, then you tell me the closing WDV. Yes.
WDV will be 5 lakh plus 92,500, sir.
Come again?
Closing WDV will be 5 lakhs plus 92,500, sir, after deducting the depreciation for the new machinery.
How much is the depreciation, Nitya? How much is the depreciation?
7,500, sir. 50% of it will be.
Unbelievable.
So this 90,000 should be depreciation, no? As per you said.
90,000.
Sir, because you said opening plus the purchases, right? That comes to 6 lakh, right?
6 lakh.
Yeah. Or you want or you meant
No,
to
I
say.
don't want anything. I want you to just answer it. This is the question. There is an opening WDV. There is a purchase. How much can be claimed depreciation? I am not saying anything. I am asking you to follow this. See this? You see here? These are the computation steps. There are 4 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Follow these 4 steps, calculate the depreciation. That's all. I am not saying anything. This provision is in front of you. Take a snapshot. I want correct answer from everyone. Okay, I'm not going to explain this answer. This you have to simply apply these steps. Keep these steps in front of you. Take a snapshot, and this is the question.
So depreciation is 82,500.
Yeah, other one is 82,500. If we are giving that 1 lakh ko 50%, then it should be 82,500.
Okay, I heard one answer. Okay, I heard one answer or two of them are giving the same answer. What are others saying?
Sir, depreciation is 82,500 and closing WDV is 5,17,500.
What do you say, Nitya?
Sir, even I got the same, sir, as Monisha.
But you were saying something else a while ago.
Oh my God, sir, then I just did it for new machinery, sir. I
Why
didn't
you
do.
will do it for new machine? Why old machines don't get depreciation?
Sir, old machine also, sir, old machine is already deducted, no, sir. We have done already, like, the WD, like, the depreciation is already calculated.
That is the last year's depreciation was given. Current year depreciation you can, right?
Yes, sir.
What, Sanjana?
Yes, sir. Even I am getting the same answer. Depreciation 82,500 and written down value 5,17,500.
Urmila?
Yes, sir.
I will tell you. Okay, no big deal here at all. There is no big deal at all here. Okay, all you have to do is that follow the steps. Opening WDV. Opening WDV. How much is opening WDV? 5 lakhs. That's what step 1 says. Plus purchases. Are there any purchases? 1 lakh. Okay. Are there any sales? Minus sales. There are no sales. So total value 6 lakhs. On 6 lakhs depreciation. Okay. Can you apply 15% on this? The answer is no. You can't apply 15%. Why? Because in this 5 lakhs is old and 1 lakh is new. This new one is used less than 180 days. It's used for less than 180 days. So this will qualify for 7.5%. That means 7,500. The depreciation on this is 7,500. The old one will qualify for 15%. That is 5 lakhs ka 15%, 75,000. Getting it? Total depreciation. Total depreciation is how much? 80. Make sense? Be very careful. These calculations are going to be tricky and interesting also. Done. Now, this is how it is computed. Now, the next issue that comes here is how to find out the actual cost. Okay, what is actual cost of the machine? Okay, to understand what is actual cost of the machine, okay, let us take one example. If you guys have come to the institute, Marthal Institute, you would have seen the projector. Okay, the projector which we buy, generally we prefer to buy Epson projectors. Okay, the Epson projector, let's say the cost is 28,000. How much is the cost? You order it in Amazon, the cost is how much?
28,000.
But once you get the projector, you can't use it unless you have a wall mount. You need to have a wall mount. The wall mount is approximately 2,500 rupees. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Without the wall mount, you can't use it. You have to put it somewhere, right? And the wall mount is on the ceiling. Okay, the laptop is near the board. Okay, and the switchboard is somewhere on the right side wall. So we need electrical fittings. We need what? Electrical fittings. The electrical fittings for wiring and all. Okay, the wires the pipes and all will cost us 3,500 rupees. To do all this work, that fellow will charge me 1,000 rupees. You're getting it?
Yes, sir.
Now, to use the Epson projector, what is my total cost?
35,000.
35,000. 35,000 is the actual cost of the projector. So depreciation must be claimed on this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Understood or not? This is common in accounting also. Accounting also will do the same thing. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Right. So, my dear friends, today we will discuss through one question, one typical question we will discuss on finding out the actual cost. Okay, let us try to find out the actual cost and the depreciation and understand this concept in more depth. Okay, through one problem. Let us do that. Can you solve this problem? Okay, probably I will ask someone to read it out. Sanjana, you want to read it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
ZED Limited imported machinery from South Korea on 12/5/2019 for US dollars 50,000.
Hmm.
Exchange rate on that date, US dollar is equal to 44.70
Hmm.
rupees. Customs duty paid at 20%.
Hmm.
Government granted subsidy of 15 lakhs.
Hmm.
The assessee had a forward contract on 2/4/2019 at US dollars 45.30.
Hmm.
Logistics services was provided by Carrywell Courier Limited.
Hmm.
Service charges paid rupees 2 lakh including GST of rupees 25,000.
Hmm.
Engineers and laborers were engaged at site for installation of the machinery.
Hmm.
Salary and wages paid for site engineers and laborers, including their travelling expenses, amounted to rupees 4,60,000.
Hmm.
Expenses incurred during trial run period was 1,50,000.
One second. What is this trial run period expense? Can anybody explain what is this trial run expense?
Period in which the machine is put for trial.
Sorry, come again.
The period in which the machine is put for trial might be like for 15 days or 10 days.
So what will be that expense? What
Cost of
expense?
assets, sir.
Cost of asset?
Yes, sir. It's nothing but pre-acquisition cost of assets, sir.
No, it is no. You are right. It is part of the cost, undoubtedly. But what is this expense? I'm asking. What expense? You are right. It must be added to the cost. But
It's
what
a
is this?
direct expense.
No, what I'm asking is what could be the expense? Why? What? See, for example, they are saying engineering. Okay, engineering salaries means they have come, they saw the installation, they checked, they did the work. So that is the engineering expenses charges. What is this trial and what could be this one? I'm asking. What nature of expense it could be? Is it salary? Is it material? Is it labor? Is it depreciation? What is it? Okay, so guys, if you have a water purifier at your home, okay, generally when you buy a new water purifier, what they will say, when you install it, they will say at least 4 or 5 liters of water must be thrown out. Why do they say like that? Why did they say like that?
Dirt or anything, sir.
Sorry?
Might be some dirt or
Some dirt,
water,
toxics, paint leftovers or something may be there. Okay, so that must be cleaned off. That's a trial run. So the water that you waste is trial run expense. Saying it. Yes or not? Similarly, I am manufacturing, let us say, something like this pen drives. Okay, I am manufacturing these pen drives. Okay, every pen drive should be of the same size and the same quality. So when I am configuring the machine to produce pen drives like this, something may not come properly here. The edges may not be very clear. So I have to reconfigure it. When I reconfigure it, these ones which are of no, which I already produced for quality check, that those must be of no use. They must be thrown away. Okay, these are all trial and expenses. These are part of the cost. Cost of the asset must be added. Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Now, what next?
Sale of output produced during trial run period was 90,000.
Right. So, as you told, there are some defect, some pieces which have come which are not finishing is not good. So these are produced without proper finishing. So I reconfigured. So now the production is going good. But already I have some 5,000 pieces which are finishing is not good. Will I throw it in dustbin?
No.
I will sell it. Right? So my cost of production for this initial 5,000 was 20,000 rupees. I sold these for 5,000 rupees. So 15,000 will be considered as my trial run expense. Make sense, guys? What Urmila? Yes or no? Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Continue.
The machine was the interest earned on deposits made to open letter of credit for purchase of this machinery was rupees 15,000.
Right. So here again, I would like to explain you something. Very interesting aspect I will explain. Please understand it very carefully. Let's say you are in India. And this is Taiwan. Okay. From Taiwan, you are importing a machine. When you import a machine here, okay, this machine may cost you 500 crores. Okay. So, unlike what you buy on Amazon, you can't say cash on delivery. Give me the machine, I will give you the money. You can't say cash on delivery. No supplier will accept that. Similarly, you can't give 500 crores and then they will send the machine. That is also not acceptable. You guys you're following it or not? So there comes letter of credit. Letter of credit means here in a bank, you will deposit this 500 crores. And this bank will send a letter of credit saying that, hey, Taiwan supplier, you supply the machine to India. Okay, your customer has deposited 500 crores. If you give properly, if you have delivered, then I will give the money to you. I have credit. I have that money with me. So this Taiwan company believes, because it is SBI, State Bank of India, very noted nationalized bank. He doesn't believe the customer, but he believes the SBI document, a letter of credit. Are you following it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So based on this letter of credit, the Taiwan company will send the machine. How it will send? It will send by ship. The ship, by the time it comes, it will take 1 month time. So for this 1 month, 500 crores are with the bank. So the bank may give some interest. It may give some interest. That is interest income. Okay, that can be reduced from the value of the asset. From this 500 crores, we can reduce that value. Let us say they are giving 10,000. They are giving 10,000. Okay, or they are giving 1 crore. 1 crore interest they are giving. 1 crore can be, if not, yeah, 1 crore can be reduced from the value of the machine. Guys, follow?
Yes, sir.
Right. Similarly, another scenario also is possible. Here we gave 500 crores to the bank, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What if we have taken a loan? We have taken a loan. We don't have 500 crores. We have taken a loan and buying the machinery. Are you getting it? So in that case, what will happen? This bank will charge interest from us. Are you getting it? They will give the letter of credit because loan amount is anyways there. They will give it to the Taiwan company, that loan amount. Are you getting it?
Yes.
That loan, that interest amount can be added to the machine. Cost of the machine. Please remember, only this 1 month interest only can be added. Once the plant is installed, later the expense will be business expense. That should not be added to the machine. Till the machine is installed, till then whatever interest is paid, that can be added. Very, very critical, important aspect. Okay, frequently questions will be asked. Please understand it. What interest can be added? Interest can be added to the cost of the machine can be added. Which interest can be added? The interest which is paid to the bank, to the to the lender of the money till the machine is put to use. That interest can be added to the cost of the machine. Following it? Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is one aspect. Okay, so then the first part. What is the first part of the question? The first part of the question is Z Limited imported machinery from South Korea on 12/5/2019 for US dollars 50,000. 50,000 US dollars. Depreciation in India must be claimed in rupees. So the value of the asset must be considered in rupees. So how much will be taken as rupees? You can't consider 44.70 because there is a forward contract. Forward contract means what? Sometimes the person who is supplying the machine will give us time to pay. Okay, so because the dollar rates fluctuations, we take a forward contract so that we clearly know how much we have to pay. So the forward contract rate must always be considered. Are you getting it? You're getting it?
Yes.
I will give you one more example. A cousin of mine is going to come from US. Okay. I asked him to bring a laptop for me. Okay. I have selected the laptop. What is the cost of the laptop? The cost of the laptop is $1,000. How much is that? How much is the cost of laptop?
$1,000.
$1,000. Now, when I'm going to get the laptop? In October. Is it already purchased? Yes, purchased. Correct. Now I am having a risk. What is the risk? Okay. If in October the dollar rate becomes 80, then I have to pay how much? 80,000. If today I have to pay only 75,000. Is getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
Formula you follow?
Yes, sir.
Because if October when my cousin will come, I will have to pay him $1,000. If when I want to buy the dollar, if the dollar rate is 80 in October, then I will be doomed. I have to pay 80,000, 5,000 rupees extra I have to pay. If I say him, I will pay now, he'll say, why wait now, I'll come. Yes or not? Getting it? Make sense? So what I do, I enter into a forward contract. So there are banks which will give, banks or third parties who will offer me a contract where they will say that each dollar at 76. They already freeze. In October you come and take dollars at 67. This is a forward contract. Now I'm not buying it. When I will buy? In October only. But at what price? At what price? 76. So now I'm very sure that I will have to pay 76 per dollar, buy $1,000 and pay the $1,000 to my cousin. Matter is closed. So my cost is not 75,000. My cost is not 80,000. My cost is 76,000 because the forward contract is what I will pay. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Naveen, you're following it.
Yes, sir.
So my dear friends, here also what we should consider for the South Korea 50,000 rupees of asset, which value should we consider?
45.50.
45. Are you getting it? Yes. Next, what is the custom rate? What is the customs rate? How much? How much?
20%.
20%. Customs duty has to be paid. When you import something, you have to pay customs duty. So the customs duty is 20%. 20% on what? 20% on what?
45,000.
No. 20% on 50,000 into 44.7. For customs duty, you have to take this rate. Why? When you imported, that day rate only customs will consider. They will not consider your forward rate. Are you getting it?
So you said 50,000 we should take as 45,000, no, sir?
Yeah, that is for your payment. But customs fellows will say, when did the ship come?
45,000.
Sorry?
Not written, no, sir, that we have to take 45,000.
I did not get it.
No, sir. Like, they are given the amount 50,000 and you're asking us to take as 45,000.
No, I did not say 45,000. I never said 45,000. Did I say?
No, sir.
What did I, where this 45,000 came from? I am saying $45.3. This is dollars. $50,000. I am saying 45.3 you take as rate of dollar. Getting it?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Yeah. For customs purposes, you have to take 44.70. Why? Because they don't care whether you pay your friend, you pay your cousin, you don't pay, they don't care. They need to charge duty based on the dollar rate that is applicable on the date of import. Are you following it? So for calculation of customs duty, 50,000 into 44.7 you will have to take. Make sense? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, Similarly, the next part is government subsidy. Government may give a subsidy, not subsidiary, subsidy. Okay, government can give a subsidy. For example, just imagine Accounting Minds is conducting some free accounting classes in government schools. Okay, so for that purpose, government may say, you please import the laptops, we will give you a subsidy. Okay, they are giving a subsidy. Yes, in similarly, if you want to take example, we are buying the LPG cylinder for 800 rupees, 900 rupees. Okay, the government is putting 150 rupees or 200 rupees in our bank account. They are taking 1000 rupees, but giving back 200 or 150, some amount they are giving back. That is called subsidy. So you paid 1000, so the cost is 1000 or 1000 minus 150. Are you getting it? Guys, do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So like that, what are we saying here? Cost will be total cost minus 15 lakhs. Why? Because the government has given us a subsidy there. Okay? Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now I explained each one of these points. Please go ahead and find out the cost of the machine here. Please go ahead.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you because of some issue that you were saying about subsidy, right?
Yeah. The LPG cylinder costs us 1000.
Yes, sir. Till there I got it. After that, I missed it.
Similarly, this is the case. Sometimes when you are importing some heavy machinery, okay, because of which you are starting an industry, okay. So when you are importing some machinery, you will be giving lot of jobs. You will pay a lot of taxes to the government. So the government sometimes gives a subsidy for buying the machine and setting up the industry.
Yes, sir.
That must be deducted from the cost of the machine.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So somebody asks you, what is the LPG cylinder cost? You should not say 1000 rupees. You
Yeah.
should say 1000 minus 150 that you are getting as refund.
Yeah.
Right. Same logic here.
Sir, cost is 19 lakh 17,000.
Is it? Keep the question handy. Okay. Take a screenshot of it. Let me verify your answer. Bolo Naveen, how much?
Sir, 19 lakh 17,000.
No, man. Small mistake has happened, see? Small mistake has happened.
Interest, sir.
So, can you show the question, sir?
Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What's that? What, Naveen?
Sir, interest 15,000. Sir, add it. No, less. Sir.
That's it. Naveen.
Sir, one day excuse, sir. I don't have calculator. I'm using mobile phone, sir.
How you call yourself a CS student, man?
Sir, actually calculator का
don't give me an excuse.
नहीं सर वो दिख नहीं रहा है lightly दिखता है सर बैटरी चेंज करने
Don't give me an excuse.
So 19,12,000?
I don't think so. You are close though.
Sir, 21,52,000, sir.
No. You are a little bit far. Because
So 19,17,000.
no.
So 20% custom duty is 4,47,000, right?
Correct.
Yeah. What else is left? Okay, so this you're asking the cost, right?
Yeah, I'm asking the cost. I'm asking the cost.
So this 2 lakh includes the GST. That will be the part of cost, right?
No, GST you get a credit.
Oh, that is the mistake I think we are making then.
Yes, GST credit you get. So GST credit must be
deducted.
GST shall not be added. Okay, in GST you will study that. Okay.
19,52,000.
Sorry.
19,52,000.
No.
Sir, 18,92,000.
Bullseye. Perfect. Perfect answer. Make sense? All of you?
Yes sir.
Naveen.
Yes sir, I sir 18,90,000.
What Aisha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So what is the cost of the asset? 50,000 into 44.7.
You
Okay.
said 45.3, no, sir.
3, no? Just hold on. Okay. But I have taken 44.7. That is wrong. But this is relevant for me so that I can add the customs duty. Correct? Yes or not? Right, Urmila?
Yes, sir.
Now what I will do, I will add the exchange rate. How much I have taken wrong? I have taken 45.30, but I should have taken 44.70. So that 1 rupee 40 paisa I have taken more. So that part, sorry, the not one, sorry, that 60 paisa. That 60 paisa I have added. Agree? According to you, it should be 22,65,000. So that 30,000 also I added. Okay? What Urmila?
Yes, sir.
Right. So my answer is correct. Okay, right? Yes. Urmila.
Yes, sir.
You can take 22,65,000 here. I also taken because I added 30,000 here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But make sure you calculate customs duty on
44. Yes, sir.
Right. So subsidy. How much is the subsidy? 15 lakhs minus. Transport charges 2 lakhs. Okay, GST credit minus. Installation charges add. Expenses of trial run add. Sale of trial run minus. Interest received. You received interest, so minus. If you had paid interest, you would have added. Correct?
Why should we deduct, sir, this one? 90,000?
Okay. Let us put it like this. Okay. Which one you are talking about? Urmila, which amount you are talking about?
The sale of output generated during trial.
That's what I'm saying. I am manufacturing these pen drives. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These pen drives, during the trial run, I produced 5,000 pen drives, which are not of good quality and shape. Correct? What is the cost? 1,50,000. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So that must be added. You are clear?
Explain again, sir.
I am manufacturing the pen drives.
Yes, sir.
To manufacture the pen drives, I bought a machine. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The machine, when it installed, I did a trial run. To manufacture the in the trial run, when I'm manufacturing, the cost was 1,50,000. Agree? How many pen drives I got? 5,000, which are of no good quality. You understood?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm getting good quality later, but during the trial run, I got bad quality ones. Agree? That cost must be added to the machine cost. You agree?
Yes, sir.
That 1,50,000 you added.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But what will I do with this 5,000 pen drives? Will I put it in dustbin?
Tell it, sir.
I sold it. I sold it for 90,000. That you minus it.
Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
This is the cost of the machine. My dear friends, can you quickly calculate the depreciation? Calculate the depreciation part. See the question.
1,41,900, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
What guys? What others say? What do the girls say?
One lakh 41,900.
That is perfect answer, Naveen and Aisha. It's a perfect answer. Yeah, Nitya, Manisha.
Yes, sir. 1,41,900.
So 1,41,900.
Urmila.
Getting different, sir.
How much are you getting?
I'm getting 2,36,500.
How? What is the value of the asset?
18,92,000.
What is the rate of depreciation?
15%.
So,
We'll get 2,83,800, no, sir.
3 lakh?
2 lakh. 15%.
But did you use the machine? How many days you used the machine?
So it was installed on 12/9, no, sir.
So you used it for 180 days or less than 180 days?
Okay, 510.
So divided by not 510. The calculation will be done from when was it put to use? It was put
From
to use
October,
510 October. From there you have to calculate. It is less than.
When like in the middle of the October, you have to take total month depreciation.
No. Days. No, valid question. I'm not saying not a valid question. Days must be counted. Okay, October from 5th onwards, 5th to 31. Okay, that means almost 27 days. Okay, 27 days of October, 30 days of November, 31 days of December, 29 days of 31 days of January, 29 days of February, 31 days of March. Total less than 180. You guys following it?
Yes.
So half of the depreciation, 1,49,000, 1,41,900. Take the snapshot of the answer in case you want. In case you want. If you have done, no need. Right? Just ignore these years. These are typo errors. Just ignore these years. Okay. We are calculating for
Finish
2019.
with the question, sir.
There you go. None.
Yes, sir.
Right. That's how it works. Now, carefully try to solve the following problem. Very carefully. Very interesting problem. This is a very interesting problem.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, opening WTV 5 lakh plus 6 lakh minus 12 lakh minus value will be there. No, sir.
That's the flaw. That's the flaw in income tax, right? How does
Yes.
that work? In accounting, we know how to deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
But how do we deal that in?
taxation.
Yeah, that's what. So that's what these problems are handpicked for this purpose. So that with this problem you will learn a concept. Okay. So give me a minute. I should get my tips. So let us talk about this. So keep the question handy. I'll show you the question. Handy. Taken a screenshot.
Yes, sir.
So how to compute depreciation? under section 32. Okay. Opening WDV. How much is the opening WDV?
5 lakh.
Sorry?
5 lakh.
5 lakhs. Okay. Are there any purchases?
Yeah, 6 lakh.
6 lakhs. Are there any sales?
Yes, sir. 12 lakhs.
So, what's the value?
Negative 1 lakh.
Negative 1 lakh. Sir, how can I calculate depreciation on a negative value? Okay. So, my dear friends, you don't have to calculate any depreciation here. Understood?
Yes.
Understood. So, step 1, step 2, step 3. After step 3, whatever value you get, if it is positive, you calculate depreciation. If it is negative, then
There is no return
Profit,
down
sir.
value.
don't have to calculate any depreciation. That's the first one. Now, why is Naveen saying that there is a profit? Yes, there is a profit. What is this profit? Opening WDV 5 lakhs. That means I have 5 lakh worth of assets. So that means, let us assume I have some 5 lakh worth of assets are there. Right? How many assets I purchased? I purchased additional 6 lakh assets. Total 11 lakh assets I have. But I have sold what? I sold some assets for 12 lakhs. That means I got more money than the assets that I have. Agree or not?
Hmm.
That means you made a gain. We should not use the word profit. We should use the word gain. And this is called
Short-term capital.
short-term capital gain. STCG, famous. We call as STCG. Short-term capital gain. This will be discussed in length in capital gains head. Are you getting it? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Now you please don't post any questions like, sir, this may be a long-term asset. No, sir. I might have purchased it long back, but why you are treating it short-term? That's how it is. Business assets, when sold, must be considered as short-term assets, is what the loss is. Getting it? All of you looking on this?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the depreciation here? What is the depreciation here?
Nil, sir.
The depreciation here is nil. And what about the buildings?
1,60,000.
1,60,000.
1,60,000. Is that clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is your answer.
Put like that only, no, sir.
Sorry?
Yeah, there's something was written, no, sir. Note.
I'll hold on. I will teach that.
Yeah, sir, you will teach, but just asking, sir.
Right. Got it? Done. Any questions? Any questions there? Right. Now, let me do it for the other machine. Okay, this is for plant and machinery, right? For building, what you did? For buildings, what was the opening WDV?
20
20
lakhs.
20 lakhs. Were there purchases?
No, sir.
No.
Were there sales?
44 lakhs.
4 lakhs.
4 lakhs. 4 lakhs were the sales. So what is the written down value?
16 lakhs.
16 lakhs. Correct? On that you charge the depreciation. How much was the depreciation you charged?
10%.
Achha. Let us assume the opening WDV of 20 lakhs was only one building, which is one house. This is one house. Which house is sold? That house only is sold. Correct? So how many houses are left?
0.
0 houses. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
How many houses are there? 1. How many houses are sold? 1. How many houses are left? 0. If there are no houses, where is the depreciation? Can I claim depreciation on house? I don't own a house only. Guys, getting it?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So there is no depreciation to be charged. But sir, we charged already 1,60,000 depreciation. You said yes. That in that question, that answer is correct. Why? Because they did not tell us how many houses are there. Did they tell?
No.
No. So your answer is correct. But what if they told you that one house was 20 lakhs and that house is sold for 4 lakhs? Then depreciation will be 0. Understood? But sir, then what is this 16 lakhs? This 16 lakhs is short-term capital loss.
Loss.
Understood? That means what? A 14 lakh building, I sold it for 4 lakhs. I have incurred a loss of 16 lakhs. Urmila, make sense? Urmila, getting it? Sanjana, you followed it?
Yes, sir.
Nitya,
Yes, sir.
Anisha,
Yes,
Naveen?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that's what we were trying to explain over here. Okay, what was that? Okay, who will read it? Urmila, you're there. Okay, Naveen, read it out.
If in the case of building, it is given that the entire building were sold, meaning there are no buildings in the possessions of the assessee, then the resultant 16 lakh step 3 shall be treated as short-term capital loss.
Loss. And there will not be any depreciation charged. Followed it? Guys, make sense?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. Asha, okay?
Yes.
Right, very nice. Now, this is what we were discussing here. Okay, let us try some more problems here. Who will read it for me? Sanjana will read it. Sanjana.
Yes, sir. X Limited purchased an old plant 15% on May 2013 and put to use in January 10, 2014.
So, can X Limited claim depreciation? Can you claim depreciation on second-hand plant? Can you? Guys, what do you think? Guys, what do you think? What Nitya?
So,
Huh?
Sir, it is put to use on January, no, sir. In January.
No, my question was, oh, if I buy second-hand plant, can I claim depreciation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you can claim. For me, it is new. You understand? Nowhere they said in the law, they did not say that depreciation for new items. For old items also you can claim depreciation. Okay. Now the next part what Nitya is saying, sir, it is put to use from 10th January 2014. So for the year 13 and 14, how much depreciation can you claim?
50%.
Sorry?
50%.
You should be very clear, Aisha. 50% of.
Applicable rate, sir.
Yeah.
Don't say 50%. We'll get confused.
Yeah, yes. I got it.
Yeah, 50% of.
Applicable rate.
And this is the rate applicable for which year? For 13 and 14, this is the rate applicable. Agree?
Yes.
Fine. Now, Sanjana again.
X Limited purchased an office appliance 15% on May 2013 and put it to use in January 10, 2015.
How much is the depreciation?
So no depreciation will be chargeable since it's not
Why?
put to use in
Sorry?
the since the machine is not put to use in the previous year 13-14, no depreciation will be chargeable.
13, 14, no depreciation. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All of you
Yes.
agree?
Yes, sir.
Did I leak the answer? That's why you're able to answer. No, right? You understood? Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, the question here, the next question that comes is, for 14 and 15, can I claim depreciation? In 14 and 15, can I claim depreciation?
Yes, sir.
How much?
Sir, 50% or 15%.
What did you?
So for 14, 15 we can
Hmm?
for 14, 15 we can claim 15% of applicable. Sorry, 50% of applicable rates.
Manisha,
Yes, sir. We can claim 50% of the applicable rate.
Sanjana.
Yes, sir. We can use
Okay.
15% of that.
15% or 50% of 15%? Yeah?
15%, sir.
Why? They are saying
Okay.
50%
Most,
or 15%.
sorry, sir. No, my fault.
What?
No, sir.
Sanjana.
So the rate applicable will be 7.5% because it's put to use for the less than 180
Naveen.
days in the.
Naveen.
Sir, in 15 and 16, it will be we can claim depreciation, sir.
15, 16.
Sir, for the year of previous year 14 and 15, we can claim 50% of the applicable rate in 15 and 16.
Yeah, okay.
Previous
That's the normal
assessment.
assessment here. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you guys were right. 13, 14 you can't claim, but 14 and 15 full depreciation can be claimed 15%. So I deliberately asked everyone so that I want to very clearly tell you that you can claim 15% depreciation in 14 and 15, 100% depreciation can be claimed of 50%. Naveen, you can mute.
1 second, sir.
Yeah. In 14 and 15, you can claim 50%, full 100% depreciation. That is 15% you can claim. Now, Nitya will say, sir, I have used in 14 and 15, I have used the machine only for few months, right? Only 2 months hardly I used, February and March and some 20 days of January. So not 180 days. Can I claim full depreciation? Yes. Why? Because the law is like that. The law says that these are the words which are given in the law. What? Can you read it again, once again? This part. If acquired during the previous year and put to use for less than 180 days, then 50% depreciation. If I acquire in some other year and I put to use in this year for less than 180 days also, I get full depreciation. You may consider this as a loophole of the law, or you may consider this is the provision of the law that they have allowed it.
But the previous year is 2013-14, no, sir? In the question which you have given.
Correct, ma. Right. So in 13-14?
On that year, depreciation is not provided, but for the next year, it should be like 50% of applicable rate, no, sir?
Correct. Yeah, but so here we are talking about 2 previous years. Agree? Right? We are talking here about 2 previous years, no? Previous year 13 and 14. In previous year 13 and 14. Right now I am talking about. Okay? Did you use the asset?
Oh,
Did you use the asset? No. So no depreciation. We are all clear about it?
yes, sir.
In previous year 14 and 15, did you use?
We started using the machine on 10 January.
So just say yes, you used. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes or not? But did you buy this year?
No,
Did
sir.
you buy this year? No. So that means what? In this previous year, it is not bought. It is not bought.
Yes, sir.
Correct? The rule clearly says you can charge 50% of depreciation if you have purchased in the same previous year and used for less than 180 days. If you used for less than 180 days and purchased in the same previous year, then 50% depreciation. But if you used it for less than 180 days, but purchased in some other previous year, you did not purchase it in this previous year. So this year, you can get full depreciation. Now, Urmila, did you understand? Make sense? This is technical, very, very technical. Okay. You can argue what is the logic, but the law is like that. The law will go by interpretation. The law will go by interpretation. Right? The interpretation is what? The law phrases in the law are very, very clear. What is the interpretation? What is the sentence given in the law? The sentence given in the law is that if the asset is acquired during the previous year, so you want to underline this. If the asset is acquired during the previous year and put to use for less than 180 days, so the word is and, both conditions fulfilled, then 50% depreciation, otherwise full depreciation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's how it works. So how much is the depreciation here?
Full depreciation.
Full 15% depreciation. Please understand this. This becomes important. They will ask you these tricky questions in MCQs. Be very, very careful. Okay? Right.
Yes.
Right. Can you solve this problem? Third one. Please solve the third problem. Please find out depreciation for the year 2013-14. Yes, what's the answer? Yes, guys. I mean, Aisha,
Yes, sir.
give me the answer, please.
So complete depreciation.
Depreciation for the year 13-14. For the year 13-14. For the year 13-14, how much is the depreciation?
So I don't know, 70,070 rupees.
I think so. Okay. What, Manisha?
I'm doing so.
How much did you say, Aisha?
70,070 rupees.
Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Yeah, Naveen.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, why sir 70,070 rupees sir?
Why you guys don't reply? When,
सर नहीं आपने पूछा सर मैं बोल रहा था बट मेरे को पता नहीं था मैं म्यूट हूँ सर तो मैंने सोचा आपने मुझे पूछा ऐसे
very good.
अभी फिर से देखा सर म्यूट
Okay.
सॉरी सर
Okay. Now what about Monisha, Nitya, Urmila, Sanjana?
Yes, sir. Depreciation 70,070 rupees.
Help me, Monisha. Help me.
The opening balance on 1st April is 14,15,700.
40 lakh.
15,700.
Okay.
Then purchases on 1st December is 3,10,000.
3,10,000.
Then minus sales,
Okay.
8,70,000.
Okay.
55,700 is written down earlier.
Sorry.
8,55,700, sir.
Okay. How many buildings?
Two buildings.
This is C, which is sold.
A.
So how many buildings are there?
B and
Agree?
C. B
All
and
of you
C.
agree? Yeah.
B and C.
Right. Depreciation. Correct. Depreciation.
Depreciation for B is 54,570.
No way. You should not calculate like that. You should directly calculate. Oh, okay. You're splitting it, is it?
Yeah, sir.
No. Yeah, split it.
For B it is 54,570.
Come again.
For B, the depreciation is 54,570.
Like 45,700.
Agree. Yes, agree.
Sir, even if we have
Sir, it is
subtracted the
5,45,000, sir.
Hmm?
5,45,000, old building.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on this, what rate?
10%. So on the new machine, it should be 5%.
Okay.
The written down value machine B should be 10%.
Okay. Hmm.
That
Okay.
the provision which you gave, no, sir, like 50% or 15% something and all.
Correct.
That was for only machinery, no, sir, or even for buildings, sir.
For anyone. That is for anything. Any
15,500.
15,500, sir.
total?
70,070.
70 rupees.
All of you getting this?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Ask, please.
Sir,
That's my job.
sir, when the opening balance is 14,15,700, sir, but then we have used the B machinery till the end, like for few months in the year, no, sir. So
Welcome,
what?
welcome to the taxation world. Okay, if you have sold the asset during the year, you can't claim depreciation on it.
Yes, sir.
That's how it is.
Yes, sir.
The rule, this is the rule. The rule is that you sold a asset during the year. So on a asset, you can't claim depreciation. Matter is closed.
We have to subtract it in the beginning itself, no, sir. Like when
That's
we are
what
calculating.
in the beginning itself we subtracted it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like,
Yes.
the total is 8,55,700.
Hmm.
You said we have to provide depreciation on that total. How will you provide on that, sir? Without splitting?
On without splitting, how you can provide? Because
That's what,
on
no,
this
sir.
I have to provide. On this I have to provide 5%. On this I have to provide 10%.
Yes, sir.
So I have to split. There is no way. Without splitting, I can't.
Yes, sir.
Yes. If the rate is same, I don't have to split. If this asset is used for more than 180 days, I don't have to split. Directly calculate 10%. If the usage is less than 180 days, then only I have to split. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Right. A small tweak in the question. I'm changing the question here. Be very careful. Okay. And what is the WDV? Have we calculated the WDV? WDV is 8,55,700 minus 70,070. That is how much? 7,85,630. Correct? Correct,
Yes, sir.
guys.
Yes, sir.
What is the next question? The next question is use the same information, but the sale price of building in the above question is 15,87,000. Now, what will be your answer?
So we will get short-term cap.
No. No. Read carefully, Nitya.
Sir, for A and B, sir. So for I mean, for A we will get short-term capital.
No, it doesn't work like that. Welcome to taxation. Okay, you will see things like this a lot in the coming classes. These are rule based. Okay, these are rule based. This is how it is. They want to bring reforms here. That's why soon there will be a direct tax code, DTC. If that comes, a lot of things will go away.
So yeah, both the buildings amount is 14,15,700. How can we say that the sale price of the building is 15,87,000?
Why not? Why not? Why not? Maybe this is someone's. Someone liked the building. Maybe it is in a good location. Maybe newly a metro has come there.
Yes. So then how will we bifurcate? What is the price of building?
14,15,700. So how will means we don't have details now. How much is A and B in 14, 15,
Yes,
7?
Absolutely, guys. That's why these problems are brought to you, so that I can get an opportunity to teach you. If I teach you, I give you a lecture, you will never understand. Now you have come to a scenario. Right? Now you will know what to do. Make sense? So there is a way. Which way I have to teach you. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Anybody wants to answer this? Can you apply your logic?
So for sure there is a gain, right?
Sir, you did
no,
one
I will
previous
help,
like that, sir.
help me. Opening.
14,15,700.
Purchases.
3,10,000.
This consists of A plus B. This consists of C. Sales. How much?
15,87,000.
15,87,000. This consists of A. Correct? Yes or not? So what's the value now? What's the value now? We need the value, guys.
1,38,700.
1,38,700. This consists of B and C. Agree? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Then how to split? How to split which is old, which is new? So here we make an assumption. Okay. Okay. What is the assumption? Or we are saying assumption, but they have notified it. They have notified it and said that this will be considered as new. 1,38,700 will be considered as machine C and at 5%. How much is that?
6,935.
6,935. 6935 is the depreciation. This is how it is. Is following it? You will assume that the value remaining is of the new machine, right? You will never get short-term capital gain or loss unless until you see a negative value here, then you will get a gain. Unless until the assets are all sold, you will not get a loss. This is the remaining value of the asset, and on that 5% must be given as depreciation. This is considered to be the value of the C asset.
Yeah, then what is the value of B, sir?
We don't want. Income tax does not identify assets values. Individual assets values are not identified. This is called a block. This is called a block. The concept of income tax is related to block of assets. It is not about identifying individual assets. Individual assets will be identified only when there is a purchase and when it is used for less than 180 days. So here only 180 days is used one asset. That asset is considered this asset. Matrix closed. From next year we don't care that also. This is the law. This is how it is. This is how you are supposed to do in the exam. I am not saying that there is confusion. I am not saying that why you can't do this answer, why you could not solve this, because you are not aware of this calculation. My job is to teach you that this is how the calculation should be.
So can you repeat it after the written down value? I got a call, so I couldn't hear you.
This is the written down value. Okay.
Yeah.
Written down value is considered to be the value of the new asset which you purchased.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Okay.
Anytime, if see, ideally it should be more than 3,10,000, but it is not. But it is not. Then what you will assume?
The value of new assets.
This is the value of the new asset. That's it.
Okay.
Over. Naveen.
Yes, sir, got it.
You have to accept it rather than getting it. It is like, okay, you accept this rule. This is the rule. Follow it.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Right, Urmila? Now, the question is not yet over. Now, very carefully, see, I'm explaining so many provisions through this. Okay. Now, what is the next one? If assume, I'm giving you this question, it's not there. Assume the building A is sold for 18 lakhs. Then assume that the building is sold for 18 lakhs.
Sir, it will be negative value at that time.
Come again?
Sir, it will come to the negative value, sir, at that time. Short-term capital gains.
Very good. When the asset is sold for 18 lakhs, 14 lakh 15,700 plus 3 lakh 10,000 minus 18 lakhs. The whole amount will be considered as
Short-term capital gain.
Short-term capital gain. Right? That will be considered as short-term capital gain. Now nobody should ask a question, sir, you did not give any depreciation on building number C. Well, it is not there, that's all. You recovered more than the value. Matrix closed. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
This is the concept of block of assets. Okay? Now, give me 1 minute, guys. One small concept I will discuss, and then maybe we can wind up this class. Okay. Now, next issue is related to succession. Okay. What is this succession? Let me explain. Please understand this. Accounting Minds is a partnership firm. Okay. This partnership firm, okay, had some projectors. On 1/4/2019, the WDV of the projectors was 60,000. Getting it? The partnership PAN number is XXXXX59. Let us assume. Okay, of course, it should be some 10 digits or whatever. This is our PAN number. Guys, following it? Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
On November 2019, 1st November 2019, okay, this Accounting Minds partnership firm got converted into Accounting Minds Private Limited. And we got a company PAN number XXXXXXX. That's it. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Now, when it got converted, the same projectors are used. The office building is the same. The institute is the same. The faculty are the same. Partners become directors in this company and shareholders in this company. Understood? Manisha, you are getting it. Sanjana.
Yes, sir.
Sanjana,
Yes,
you are
sir.
getting it, right?
Yes.
Now, this company, this firm has to pay tax, and this company also has to pay tax. The income for this company will be considered from 1/4/2019 to 31/10/2019. For this company, the income will be from 1/11/2019 to 31/3/2020. Agree? All of you agree or not?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
But for this firm, the previous year is 1920. For this firm also, the previous year will be 19 and 20. Agree? Now, the problem is, we know the fees collected in this period is income of the firm. The fees collected after this period is income of the
Company, private.
private limited company. But what about the depreciation on projectors? The problem is the depreciation, who will claim? Whether this firm will claim or this firm will claim?
Both, sir.
How?
Split with the days of uses, sir.
Right. So how do? We split it based on the number of days of use. So pretty simple. On 60,000 you calculate 15%. That is how much? 9,000. 9,000 depreciation you split between the firm and the company. Guys, getting it? Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, here you should understand is that this is not a normal case. This is a case of succession. This is a case of succession. Succession means what? The same firm got converted into a company. Are you following it? This is not this accounting minds firm is not separate and the company are both are same only. Okay, but the conversion has happened. This is called succession. Okay, there are certain rules when succession should be considered. The same partners should be the shareholders in this company. So like that, there are some conditions to be fulfilled. If those conditions are fulfilled, then it is called succession, and that is a succession. Then this is the way of splitting the depreciation. Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
So what is succession? Succession could be all of these. Okay, conversion of sole proprietor into company, HUF assets are given to members, amalgamation of a company, firm acquired by a partner, HUF converted into company, demerger, conversion of a private company into unlisted companies. All these things will come under succession. There are many other cases you can look into it, okay, but they will ask you primarily questions which I have explained. Guys, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yes. So can you is there a question on that? Let me see. I think on conversion, is there any asset on succession? Let me see. I'll give that as a homework for you guys. Hold on. Yeah. Take this 8th problem. You guys seeing that? 8th one. Okay, answer is also given. Answer is also given. Try to calculate this. Okay, take a snapshot, keep it, and do it. You can do this also. 7th one also. 7th and 8th you can do. Please take a snapshot of it. This is the homework for you. Done. Done, people.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, one related topic only is there, related to this only. That I will finish and close this class. Okay. The next one is personal assets bought into business. What about the personal assets bought into the business? Okay, I will give you an example. Mr. X, an employee of a company. Okay, he lives in a house. He lives in a house. This house was purchased. This house was purchased in 2015, no? 2016 May. Okay. In 2019 December, okay, 31st, December 1st, okay, he started a business. After leaving his job. He left the job. He left the job and he started a business. What business? A coaching center. He started a coaching center. He used this building as his institute. He converted this house into an institute. Are you getting it or not? Following it?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. X, this is Mr. X Institute only. This is sole proprietary. The sole proprietary. So when he was employee, he can't claim depreciation. But now the house and this house was purchased for 50 lakhs. Now in 2019 and 20, for 19 and 20, for the institute income, while calculating the income for 19 and 20, he can claim on the house. Yes or not? Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
So how much can he claim as depreciation? What will be the cost of the house for depreciation purposes? What guys, what do you think? Practical questions, do you realize that, or these things happen or not? These are very common in business. Yes guys?
Sir,
Yes. So what do you think?
sir, the value which has been written in the firm deed, sir, on that.
What is that? This is sole proprietary. Nothing will be written. The same house. What you are saying, I understand, but that is in case of firm and companies. Okay, this is my personal asset. What is, there is no books. Regarding my house, I am staying, now I converted into institute.
So the WDV.
WDV, sir.
Find out the WD. How to find the WD?
So depreciation rate is 10%, sir.
So, okay, 10% on what?
10% on.
Tell me, on 50 lakhs.
I mean, from the beginning, if we do it, we'll calculate on 50 lakhs only, no, sir.
Absolutely. So what we have to do here, okay? What we have to do here is calculate the value of the house as on this date. As on this date. For 1920, what is the value of the house? You have to find out. So 50 lakhs minus 50 lakhs for which year? This is for
17, sir.
16-17. So 16-17 depreciation. Depreciation 16-17 you have to calculate. How much is that? Let us assume the rate of depreciation is 10%. So how much is that?
5 lakhs is the depreciation. WDV
5
will be
lakhs.
45 lakhs.
How much is that? 45.
WDV 45 lakhs.
Right. So next depreciation for 17 and 18. For 17 and 18, 4.5 lakhs. How much is the value?
40 lakh 50,000.
For 18 and 19,
WDV will be 36 lakh 45,000.
45,000. So for 19 and 20, this is the opening WDV. You understood, guys? Guys, make sense?
Yes, sir.
On 36 lakhs 45,000. Okay, this guy can claim depreciation for depreciation purposes. Understood? Guys, does it make clear? Does my point make it clear for you guys? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So nobody claims this depreciation. Nobody claims this depreciation, but this value must be computed for calculating the current year depreciation for the institute, for the coaching center. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, this rule, whatever I told, is applicable only for buildings. This does not apply for any other assets. Okay, that means what? X is an employee in a company. He doesn't have a house, he has a car. What is it? What did he have? He has a car. If he converts this car into taxi in 2019, then you don't have to apply all this rule. What is the original cost of the car? 8 lakhs. On 8 lakhs, you can directly apply 30%. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Naveen, can you summarize what I told?
Sir, if we're converting our building, then we have to take from the starting of the cost of the assets, we have to do WDV. Then on that year, what is the cost? What is the WDV? We have to take that value.
And on
for
that, you have to calculate the depreciation.
yes,
Okay.
sir. And
When
other
building is converted into a personal asset, like building is converted into business asset.
yes, sir.
Personal asset is converted into business asset,
asset.
and here we are talking about building. If
Yes,
it
sir.
is any other asset, then
If it is any other asset, we have to take original cost of the asset as a
as the
W.
value of the asset and directly charge the depreciation. Does that make clear? Nice, I mean, nicely told. Okay. Now, so very quickly, can someone answer this? Sanjana, please read it out.
Yes, sir. A car purchased by Dr. Soman on 10/8/2012 for rupees 5,25,000 for personal use is brought into professional use on 1/7/2014 by him. When its market value was rupees 2,50,000. Compute the actual cost of the car and the amount of depreciation for the assessment year 2015-16, assuming the rate of depreciation to be 15%.
Right. Can you tell me what is the value of the depreciation?
Sir, is it 5,25,000 into 15%, sir?
That's it. That's it. But if you just write that much, you may not get full marks. Okay. You may have to write what our Naveen has told. What you have to say, the notional value of calculating of WDV is not applicable for cars. It is applicable only in case of buildings. That point also you have to mention. Make sense? Nitya, make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right. Nitya, can you read the answer for us?
As per section 53 subsection 1, the expression actual cost would mean the actual cost of asset to the
To the
asset.
SSC.
The purchase price of 5,25,000 is therefore the actual cost of the car to Dr. Soman.
Hmm.
Market value, that is 2,50,000 on the date when asset is brought into professional use, is not relevant.
Very good.
Therefore, amount of depreciation on car as per section 32 for the assessment year 2015-16 would be 78,750, being 5,25,000 and 15%.
All of you clear with so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
If this is a 3-mark question or a 2-mark question, then half of the marks you got. If you want the remaining half of the marks, you have to write this also. Go ahead.
Note, explanation 5 to the section 43 subsection 1, providing for the reduction of notional depreciation from the date of acquisition of asset for personal use to determine actual cost of the asset is applicable only in case of building which is initially acquired for personal use and later brought into professional use. It is not applicable in respect of other assets.
This much you have to write. Make sense? Sir, do I have to remember that section 43.1 and explanation 5 to 43.1? No, it's not required. As per the provisions of the law, the expression of actual cost means what is the purchase cost of the asset. You can write like that also. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right, so with that, we conclude today's class. Okay, we will again catch up next week, that is maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometime we will catch up for more tax class. Okay, but tomorrow I'll be taking the costing class. Costing, we will conclude the cost sheet and absorption costing and marginal costing we will complete tomorrow. Okay, please stay tuned tomorrow morning 7 a.m. Okay, take care guys, have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.